this working. So I got a new setup. I was running it off my laptop, and I was getting some freeze frames and some issues with Facebook trying to do it there, and have I think fixed that. Let me know in the chat, guys, where we're at with that. Get this working. So I got a new setup. I was running it off my laptop, and I was getting some freeze frames and some issues with Facebook trying to do it there. And all right, hopefully audio's okay. I'm using a Yeti mic for it. May not be the best mic for this, but let's get a quick practice in. I got to take off here in a couple minutes anyway. Got SDG&E gas showing up at an apartment my dad owns to turn gas back on, and so anyway, let's throw a little. I'm throwing at the 9. Today's the 9th, so I'm gonna be throwing at the 9. Adjust this camera a little bit. There we go. Hopefully everybody's having a good Saturday. And so coffee and darts can now. Oh, geez, Louise. Oh, horrible morning throw. Oh. I'd like to talk about the throw because I understand the throw a lot, but my throw has been way off lately. So what I found is my grip. I adjusted my grip somehow. Like I started holding the dart completely different, and I don't know. I'm trying to correct it, trying to fix it. Just trying to fix my throw. For an average darts player, the world's okayest dart player, when your throw goes awry, it's really bad. For a professional, when it goes awry, it's bad for them, but for us, we're like, hey, you're still throwing so much better than me. But what can I say? Oh, man. Plus, I think I need like 30 or 40 darts just to warm up. Get the whole idea of throwing a dart to happen. So I'm curious, anybody that is watching, what are some topics you would love to see Coffee and Darts cover? It doesn't have to necessarily be darts related. We can talk about other things. No politics, no religion. I'm not going to get into that. But would certainly love to talk about things like what the PDC is doing right now, maybe things we think the PDC should be doing or could be doing better. Also, BDO. What's going on with the BDO these days? And some of these other leagues that have really sprung up. Will they hold strong and get stronger CDC, which is holding, and that's not going anywhere, but through this camera era of darts, they seem to be getting stronger and stronger. Will that be something that we see? Will they get stronger and maybe take over where the BDO kind of has faltered and left off? I don't think anybody's going to supersede the CDC, the PDC. I don't think anybody's going to ever take over the PDC on that, but I think the CDC darts could certainly come into play as the number one here in the U.S. Just dropping my wrist. To see them taking on that spot and then really working with the PDC to bring more of that type of darts here. I'd love to see like 2 to 3 PDC tournaments here. You need an East Coast, you need a West Coast. I think 2 West Coast. For me, we need 2 West Coasts. Today's not the 12th, Matt. Today is the 9th. Where's my coffee? How do you do coffee and darts without coffee? Yeah, I'd like to see that. I'd like to see a couple more PDC type tournaments here. It'd be interesting if the PDC and the CDC could come together and dang it, I'm just high today. maybe like a 10 tournament swing here in the U.S. Doesn't have to be all the PDC stars, but a couple of them per tournament, really to kind of push darts in America to bring some of that young talent that is here into the PDC limelight and see how that would work. I think that would be cool. I'd be down for that. I don't know. What do you guys think about maybe trying to create some kind of tour that brings some more American talent and Canadian talent? We'll go all North America. We could do like a little 10 tournament swing all through North America. I think that'd be cool, and just bring some of that talent into the PDC a little bit more. I think it'd be a good thing. I'd really like to see the American situation or American darts really start to grab hold. We've got some good darters, not that we don't have some good throwers, but we've got some good older throwers. I don't know why I keep looking down there. I'm looking there. Whatever. I got a monitor whatever. So I think it would be cool to see some of the younger talent coming in, getting that opportunity. Unfortunately, the way tournaments are spread out right now, and the lack of funds, of course, always being the thing, money's always the driver. It's hard for some of this younger talent to get ranked because they're going all over the place, or they're stuck on one coast and getting to another coast to play multiple tournaments, so they don't get the ranking until they've got a job that will afford them that. And I think we need to figure out how to correct some of that. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, I'm just talking here. Of course, I'm not throwing out necessarily ways for us to do this, but I think with help with the PDC, just depending on where they want to go, do they want America in their mix? Of course, they like bringing the one tournament here, but that just drives money. Again, it's a money thing. But do they really want, how much talent do they want in their pool, I guess? Or would they be happy with having a second pool like the BDO? But I would say if that was the case, they let the BDO falter. They could have stepped in and done a little bit more, and maybe they were in the back end of it. We don't all know. I had about maybe 5 more minutes here, guys. Unfortunately, this is a quick hit. Just trying to get sound and stuff set up this morning. But I got to run and let these guys into this property for my dad. My dad fell, it's been about 3 weeks now, and broke his femur. And in doing so, I've had to do some extra things in the evenings and stuff. He has a couple little duplexes, and he had rented out some stuff, and it needed painting and some cleanup and some work done. So I've been doing that on top of my regular job and everything else. But today I gotta run over and let our gas company, which we call SDG&E, in to hook up gas. They replaced a meter and some stuff. So hopefully this will be a fun thing for us all to do, and come together as a darting community here to talk about darts and other fun things. We talk about other cool stuff that you guys might like to talk about. It doesn't just have to be darts, but again, no politics, no religion. We'll kind of keep that out of it. I think we all have views on all that stuff. Oh, that was high. It's kind of like having a butt. Everybody's got one, if you know what I mean. Trying to keep the show clean. What's everybody's plans for this weekend? My plan is to go let the gas guys in and paint, and then get some darts in. Gonna go over to a friend's house this evening. We play in the garage. Everything's open, and there's only a couple of us guys. We've all been quarantining for quite a while, and we go over and we play some darts and hang out, have some fun. You guys can't get it. If I happen to have it, you can't get it through here. Just want to point that out. If you see me wearing a mask while we play, you know something's up. I might wear a mask anyway just for that stress reliever. So I used to do this a little back when I was really, like, I spent a couple of months where I was just hardcore practice every day. Was really into it. It was just before league had started last time. And I had a training mask that I'd wear. I can't find my training mask, so I bought a new one. There's this new one out that filters everything, so a training mask. But I used to wear it just to put my body under stress from breathing. And I have a couple of toys that I play with that do that. And it helps lung strength, but it would put my body under stress when I was playing, just to kind of give me that idea of being under stress. When I'd be playing one of the ladies in our league and they're crushing me, and I'm like, how is this 4 foot tall young lady killing me? But that's the beauty of this sport, is girls can play just as well as the guys. We could get into the stamina and all that other stuff and blah, 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 but the truth is, girls can play just as well as the guys in this sport, and that's kind of the fun thing. And I think we've seen that this year. I think ladies darts is definitely putting some pressure in areas. I'm excited about that. That was something that I was really excited about this year. I've talked about it for a while. I like to see the PDC add the ladies piece into it. This is one of the few sports where men and women can compete. There's no, like in golf, they talk about it, but like the guys play a longer course. Tennis, that could possibly, but when you look at the averages of speeds, it doesn't necessarily play out. In darts, it's all the same length. The board's the same height. Darts weigh whatever darts weigh that you normally play. But I guess part of it could be, I guess a lot of people don't understand when you're up at a dartboard for an hour throwing darts and there's people around you and there's the lights and all the other hoopla and stuff going on, it really takes a major toll on you, and you really do need to have some decent conditioning. Even though darts players may have girth, a lot of them are pretty healthy in their stamina, their ability to keep their head together. And occasionally they'll throw like I just threw. Okay, never that bad, but it does happen. But if you go to, I don't know, I'm getting on this tangent here of darts and ladies playing darts and guys playing darts and how it could be extremely equal, and yet it's not completely equal. There's just a difference in chemical makeup for guys and stamina, and it's a chemical makeup. That's just kind of how that goes. But with that said, with the right practice and training in this sport especially, there's no reason why a lady couldn't compete with the guys. And I know that we saw Fallon really, she showed us that that's completely possible this year. And so, I think with the right training and stuff from that perspective. But as far as throwing a dart and hitting a spot on the dartboard, everybody's equal in that. It's a matter of practice, and there's some natural skill. I don't care what anybody says. You look at Phil Taylor, there's some natural. Hey, Sandra. There is some natural skill out of Phil Taylor and his ability to see and throw a dart. A lot of it does come from incredible amounts of practice, but there is some natural talent in that ability, that hand-eye coordination. There is something to that, so let your kids play video games. That's all I'm saying. Oh, that's horrible, Matt. So, But I like to see some tournaments where they pair up. That could be a cool little tournament swing where you've got like a guy and a girl paired together playing, that team aspect. I mean, of course, they do the team stuff with where they do it from a nations or a national perspective. But I think that would be interesting to have ladies in the mix, maybe with that tournament. Start with that tournament and have one of the matches be two guys and a lady, or a guy and a lady. You could almost get a 3 darts. So that'd be kind of interesting. Every country is putting up 2 guys and 1 girl, because right now there's not a lot of girls competitively in darts. On that PDC competitive, as far as averages being in there. But still, I think there's enough top female players where that would be interesting. You could have a tournament where you've got 2 guys and a girl, and they're playing, for a national pride type of thing, like we see. That would be an interesting tournament. All right, I got to get one more good throw in, and then I got to, unfortunately, take off. I was hoping to do this for at least a good hour, but I'm going to, now that I kind of got this set up, figured out, finally, actually got a different computer and just had to make it all to work. Going to do this a lot more. We're going to, not daily, but a few times a week, try and come up with a schedule. And I need to get a couple cables to cameras, because I want this camera that I'm looking at right now to be more here and pulling this back in. And I might add a 3rd little angle just for fun. And then, of course, we got the Dylan angle. I just got a different camera because Dylan wants to do this on weekends. So please come check us out tomorrow. It'll be Sunday. We are going to do Darts with Dylan. That's going to become a weekly thing. And you can see the progression of my 6-year-old, because he absolutely loves darts and basketball. Darts and basketball. He is a huge darts fan. He has players that he absolutely loves. And then he's a Phoenix Suns fan. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where that came from, but he's a huge Phoenix Suns fan. That's basketball, if you didn't know. He likes Michael Smith, but with Cadby coming back, I kind of want to... I like the bad boy of Cadby. I kind of want to introduce him to Dylan and see where Dylan runs with that. I think that'd be kind of cool to see that, in his mind, friendship become. But he, of course, Michael Smith right now, for some reason, is his number one, even though he'll say Snakebite's my number one. But I know, because all he does is talk about Michael Smith, and he tries to emulate Michael Smith. Sometimes it's funny because his throw will be super fast at times, and then all of a sudden it's like, instead of, so it's interesting. Well, the progression of a 6-year-old playing darts. But that's my claim to fame. Hopefully one day I can make the PDC. No, well, you know what I mean. I'll manage him. There we go. That'll be my entry into like professional darts. Other than that, I'll be a pathetic, world's okayest journeyman darts player playing League. All right. Well, that's a horrible throw to end on, but I do have to end this, guys. I've got to run. I got SDG&E showing up here shortly. Thanks for hanging out with me. I think we got things figured out. I didn't hear or see anything where anybody said, hey, things aren't working. So I'm going to go back and watch some of this and just make sure that it's all functioning well, and we will be doing coffee and darts regularly. Again, please, if you're just watching you're watching this and not live, or if you're watching it live, feel free to drop comments of things you'd like to talk about, and I'll do some design around topics, and we'll pull pictures and different things, and we'll talk about players or situations going in darts, or it could be other things, but no politics, no religion. We're going to avoid that. That's just not what this community is about. So feel free. I mean, if you want to talk about golf, football, we can talk about football. We can talk about the Chiefs all day long. But if there's other things you guys want to talk about, Funko Pops, just anything. I'm just looking around my office skating. I can talk skating. You know, Gary Vee. I don't know, what else am I looking at? I'm looking at just stuff in my garage. But you guys want to talk about other things, we can certainly do that. I'm totally happy to do that. Just want to build a community where we hang out, throw darts, talk, have a good time, drink some coffee. Make sure you got coffee with you, or a drink, a beverage of some sort, because I don't know what time it is for you. Need a little coffee there. But thanks for watching, and I will catch up with you guys soon. Look for some more cool reviews coming out. I actually did a studio tour review. I've been asked about it, so look for that coming in the next couple of days. We're going to take a look at all the Funko Pops and crazy stuff going on in my garage/studio. All right, thanks guys for watching this episode of Coffee and Darts with Atomic Darts. See you guys soon. Thanks.